It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias. What's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the Best of Bias podcast. You know what I'm here to do. You know what we here to do. We're here to talk some bias, man. I think it's episode 235, 245? 245, if I'm not mistaken. I'm getting messed up on all these numbers, aka be keeping me honest on all the videos and let me know when I be fucking up. But welcome to another episode of the Best of Bias podcast. It's the Best of Bias Lydell Dinero talking live and direct to you on Memorial Day weekend. Hope everybody is doing good. Just thought I'd get in here and talk to y'all for a little bit. I know it's a little later in the week for the episode, but hey, it's a long weekend, so I thought I could take my time and get back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are ready for a new episode. I know you guys were all buzzing from the last one. We got a little bit of shit to talk about, man. We got some sports, pop culture, cinema corner, a little here, a little there, but not too much, man, because I don't know about y'all, but this NBA Western Conference Finals and Eastern Conference Finals is mad boring, bruh. I know OKC fans are probably like, fuck you. I know the Minnesota fans are probably like, this is our time. Last year we were here last time and we didn't get to, so this is our time. It's not boring what y'all talking about. Bruh. All those good teams in the West, and this is what we got, bruh. Foul baiting SGA. You know what I mean? Sorry. Before I get into all that, hope you guys are doing good. Hope the mental health is good. Hope everybody's feeling well. Long week, I know. Everybody's really hoping to get to this weekend as fast as possible. Memorial Day weekend. Shout out America, man. Hopefully you're out there doing something with your family, with your loved ones, have a little time off of work, get out and vacation somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Spend that extra day somewhere luxurious and warm. You know what I mean? Hope everybody's doing well, pretty much, because we all deserve this extra day. If you are working during these holidays and during the holiday weekend, man, make that money. Overtime is not being taxed no more, so they say. So hopefully you're able to get out there and get what you deserve out there, working for a company who makes a million times what you make. You know what I'm saying? And if you work for yourself, big ups to you. Keep grinding. But you know what I'm saying? To all my 9-to-5ers out there who working for the man and get a little extra money in their pocket for working the holidays, I see you. But everybody else out there who is enjoying the holiday, enjoying that extra day off, I'm glad you get to do so. Sorry, you guys, if you hear that fan in the background. If you don't, that's great. But if you do, it's hot. It's summertime is almost here. Where I'm at, it's always scorching, especially in the stew. So I don't know why this room is so insulated and stays hot like a motherfucker. Sorry, YouTube. I know I shouldn't be cussing in 30 seconds and messes with the algorithm, but I'm learning. I'm trying. But yeah. Hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all mental health as well. So I can talk about this BS with y'all, kick some shit with y'all. Let's get some nonsense. Now let me get back to my hating. Oh yeah, so Western Conference Finals boring. And I was hoping that, I like Anthony Edwards except for when he's playing against the Nuggets because they seem to beat us all the fucking time. I'm cussing again. But anyways, I'm trying to see Anthony Edwards actually solidify his spot. Like I said last episode, he was, beating all the all-stars and all the superstars, Steph, LeBron and them, you know what I mean? So we thought he was going to be able to, collect another Infinity Stone with SGA, but nah. Either the NBA script don't want it or the Wolves ain't got it, man. It's looking more and more like the Nuggets were the second best team in the West, and we didn't do as bad as I thought we did. You know what I mean? Taking the OKC to the Game 7. But seeing them play Minnesota now, I thought Minnesota would have better defenders and be able to hold SGA and company to lower point totals than we did, and because we held them to a lot of low-scoring games, surprisingly. But to see them score at will against Minnesota, and they're supposed to be the deeper, more defensive team, is kind of interesting to see. The foul baiting is a big topic. I know SGA's brand of basketball is kind of ugly. I mean, he is good, don't get me wrong. Second to Kawhi Leonard, he's like the mid-range god. You know what I mean? Not many assists. He is a little more defensive than most guards. And he does get rebounds, but, he's mostly just a scoring guard. And they do get officiated a little differently than big guys and the bigs and the wings that we see that are superstars of today. You know what I'm saying? Even Steph Curry, though, it seems like he gets a different whistle than Steph Curry. If Steph Curry got the SGA whistle, he'd probably be scoring 50, 60 points a game. You know what I mean? So it's interesting to see, interesting style of basketball. They do hustle. They got a really good defense, a lot of pieces that are able to help them keep offenses at bay, especially good ones like, good penetrators like Ant Edwards, and Nas Reed is having a bad series. Julius Randle had a good first game, but they're using his size against them. Again, OKC is able to put their hands all over the bigger guys and be really physical with power forwards and centers. But when it comes to them trying to, you know, reassert any kind of physicalness to OKC, they blow the whistle so fast. It's really interesting to see. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to just kind of just say that because I know I am a little salty that they beat us. Um, but as more teams get to play them and as they get more and more in the national spotlight, people are seeing it, and it's gross. SGA just won MVP, and the most of the shit that they're talking about now is how he's a free throw merchant and he's always at the free throw line, and that's how he earned it. You know what I mean? It sucks that he deserves an MVP. I don't think he necessarily deserves it this year. People saying that he got robbed of it last year. I don't know, man. I just think the NBA doesn't know what MVP is, to be honest, because is it the most valuable player? Or is it the best player on the best team? And if that's the case for the MVP, then how is it MVP? Because without SGA on OKC, I think they still would be a top 4 seed in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really make sense. I mean, he scores a lot of points, and he's been averaging like 30 something points the last couple of years, I think. But still, I'm not going to get into the Jokic back because I could talk all day about how Jokic deserved it over SGA. But there's voter fatigue for sure. And we are seeing how 7 straight European, or not European, but like foreign born players are winning the MVP over American born players who they want to get the MVP anyways. Like Canada is closer than Serbia. So I guess that's the second best. At least it's in North America. So I don't know, man. But we'll see. They're actually playing today at 5:30. They might be playing right now, or no, in about an hour here. I'm recording this on, what day is it today? Saturday. So yeah, OKC is in Minnesota now. We'll see if Minnesota can get a win out of that and stretch the series. If not, it might be a sweep, or something that I really didn't expect to see. And on the Eastern Conference side, New York is blowing it. New York is the biggest market team still in the playoffs. Everybody wants to see them win, I guess. I mean, in New York anyway. And I guess big market people, big business in the media wants New York to get to the finals as well, just so they can keep the numbers high. Because again, if you see a Pacers and OKC finals, I don't think anybody's really going to watch it. They're going to lose all the casual fans to other programming, which they don't want to do. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Also, just them losing 2 games at home, just blowing it. First game up by 20 points in the last 5 minutes, letting the Pacers come back, letting Halliburton show the world that he's not overrated. People is talking shit. He's getting his get back. Did the choking sign on the 30-year anniversary of Reggie Miller doing that to New York. So it's crazy. I mean, if any year people were trying to accuse the NBA of being scripted, minus the draft thing, the lottery draft thing, that shit was scripted, bro. There's no fucking way. I still say there's no way Dallas gets that #1 pick after all the shit that happened with them today. It's a coincidence, 1.8% chance of getting that, and they got it. Shit's crazy, but yeah. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Nobody would have expected this Western Conference Finals and this Eastern Conference Finals. Everybody was thinking the Lakers are going to win the Western Conference Finals and call them the best team in the West after they got smoked by Minnesota, who was getting smoked by OKC. It doesn't make any sense. And then on the Eastern Conference side, supposedly the Celtics were hurt all year, so they were breaking down. And then after Tatum got hurt, but even though they're already getting blown out with Tatum, who knows what happened? Maybe they would have came back from the 3 games being down 3-1 with Tatum. But yeah, the Knicks beating, who did the Knicks play? Detroit wasn't nothing really either, and them having to play. Yeah, was it Detroit the second round? Yeah. And then them playing the Pacers now, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The Eastern Conference Finals, the teams that worked really hard and the teams that everybody predicted to be in the first place, playing for first place in the East, didn't even make it. The regular season makes no sense to me now. It doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, shout out to the NBA. Hopefully everybody's still watching. David Alderman got hired on as the Nuggets full-time coach. If anybody was wondering what's going on with the Nuggets during the offseason, me personally, I think they're going to stay the same team-wise. We got big contracts out of 4 people on the team that we can't really move, and the players aren't ever healthy for a full season to show that they're tradable or worth trading for. So I think we're pretty much going to have the same team, core 4 anyway, with Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray and MPJ. Russell Westbrook had a 2-year a player option for next year, so he'll probably stay too. So it's all going to matter about the bench players, how P. Watt improves, how Christian Brown see if he takes another step, and then the rotation players we get on the bench. We thought we can do it with 8 guys, 9 guys this year, and then there was a whole bunch of conflict with the general manager and the coach. So this year was kind of a wash, and we was playing with house money anyways. And after we took OKC to 7 games. I think our owner is really just going to see now that with a healthy squad, we could have beat OKC, and they're the number 1 team in the league. So yeah, I don't see many big changes coming besides hiring a new GM. Again, we kept that head coach that we had as interim during the season after we fired our coach. Seeing Coach Mike Malone on ESPN calling these OKC games is crazy. He did get a lot of flack for saying that clearly SGA was the MVP. Everybody thought he was kind of salty about being fired by the Nuggets, and maybe Jokic was the cause, but whatever, man. Again, sorry, NBA. I know. I should be more enthusiastic about this Western Conference Finals and the finals coming up, but that's all I got for you, man. It's the best of bias, and my bias is I don't give a damn about either one of these teams. Again, if Anthony, it's going to be a first-time champion out of all 4 of these, teams. It's going to be a first-time. Well, Knicks have won before, but it's going to be a first-time champion that's all new. Like these people haven't won rings before. Is what I'm trying to say, pretty much. And to see Ant do it at 23 would be kind of cool. But you do have to kind of pay your dues, even though they've been there a couple of times in the Western Conference Finals. You do kind of have to pay your dues, and that's how I kind of feel about it. I feel like none of these teams have really paid their dues. They've been kind of good instantly. I mean, OKC kind of got all these draft picks and started getting good all together when they got a whole bunch of number 1 picks or high draft picks playing well at the same time. And SGA falling in MVP form, Minnesota making the trade for Julius Randle, him just getting there this year and then being kind of new. The Knicks kind of being kind of new with Cat being there and all the trades that they made to get the team they have now. And then just the Pacers. I mean, the Pacers were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, but still, they're a bunch of young guys that haven't really been through the ups and downs of the season, have been struggling like a lot of these other teams have been, especially the teams in the West that's been so stacked. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's really that fair for a team to come up in the East and just win it like that off of some fluke shit. But 7 different championships, 7 different champions in the last 7 years. So we'll see what happens with that. Moving on a little bit, what I got now, WNBA is going. Oh yeah, by the way, SGA got 79 first place votes for MVP, and Jokic got 29 first place votes. And I think SGA got 29 second place votes. So it was a heavy favorite for SGA this year again. I think it's just voter fatigue. And I really need to understand who gets these votes too. I think because I don't know. I feel like these writers and stuff, people on these shows can be too easily swayed and just be too stuck in their opinion and actually be open about who deserves MVP. I could be just hating again, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? WNBA is back. You already see what I'm rocking right now. Got my Sabrina on, my New York Liberty on, defending champions on, coming back 3-0 right now. You know what I'm saying? Watched all the games so far. WNBA is going to be great this season, especially with all the new draft picks, all the shakeups. Man, the Fever is looking good. Minnesota Lynx 4-0, coming back with the same starting 5 as last year. Again, Fever getting DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard. I think I got Lexi Hull, Sophie Cunningham, all these players to put around Caitlin to get her team better. And then, the Aces getting Jewel Lloyd, seeing the potential of the sparks with Rakia Jackson, Cameron Brink, Kelsey Plum, Hemby, Azare Stevens, and everybody over there, just seeing them come together. But I don't know, man. Again, you know how I feel about them. I think they're still soft tanking for Juju. Seeing the Valkyries come through and give it their all. A different player every game, just showing out and just showing what they got, as a team. Once they get all put together and solidified and start making moves, the Valkyrie are going to be pretty good. And I like, the market, of course, you already know what it is with the Bay Area. And a lot of people are going to be behind it. 2 sold out home games so far. It looks amazing. But those jerseys, man, we got to get a little bit more. A lot of the WNBA jerseys, man, we need to do a little better, man. Even New York Liberty, man, it's the only one I really like. But that crazy ass half teal, half black one that says equality, I get it. But we need to spice up these jerseys. We're getting money now. You know what I'm saying? WNBA. So let's get these jerseys and all these sponsors all over the place, hella big in areas where I get it. But let's look less soccery and let's look like the NBA. Let's get this equality for real type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm loving what I'm seeing. I don't like the negativity of Caitlin Clark and the Angel Reese thing carrying over to this season. They're competitors, man. Every time they play each other, they're gonna play hard. They have history, but I feel like behind the scenes, it's no animosity. It's just sports, man. People they want to win. They both want to win, and hey, they're gonna do whatever it takes to do it. They're very passionate about the game. I don't think politics and race should be brought into everything, especially when people are competitive. Yeah, so as long as there's no punches being thrown, I think the fans should stay out of it and let these ladies play. You know what I'm saying? Nothing dirty is happening. You know, CC is standing her ground when people try her. And when CC gets an attitude and tries people, people are standing their ground. That's how it's supposed to be. You see it in the NBA all the time. I just don't like the divisiveness of all the bullshit that's happening. Um, me personally, I don't really like people tearing Angel Reese down the way they are. You know, sometimes she does it to herself. You know, she is kind of hard headed in a way, but I think she is willing to learn and she will get better over time. But you know what I'm saying? I think she needs to be more receptive of the constructive criticism. I know there's a lot of jokes being made. I know there's a lot of people saying that she sucks, but the way she rebounds, her tenacity, her the way she goes after it, if she just puts a little bit more concentration, as much concentration as she does to get loose balls and do the glue stuff, finishing finishing those layups because in the WNBA, they'll give you some space, especially if they get in foul trouble. You know, the way you get in there, the referees will see your hustle, calling fouls for you, start knocking down free throws, just put it all together and show people you're putting the work in. You know what I'm saying? All this controversial shit. I know you're doing hella shit podcasts and shit outside of the sport, which gives people cause to pause, especially if, you know, your offensive game is not getting there. Try to put it to the side. Me personally, as a fan, I'm like, man, stop getting on her like this. She's a second year player. She's not necessarily as instantly good as Caitlin Clark is and well, like pro ready, but she has the traits to do so. I just feel like a lot of the tearing down that she's in and the criticism she's receiving is kind of negative, and that can really stunt a player's growth. I know it's her job as a professional to kind of, not internalize it and put it to the side and just, keep her head up and just do what she needs to do. But these are young people. People are different, you know what I'm saying? And greatness looks different and it comes in different packages, you know what I mean? But we'll see. I have I'm really losing all these words today. I have confidence. That's the word. Confidence that Angel Reese will be able to come in and eventually be able to put it all together. I know Caitlin Clark looks ready and everything is good with her right now. But I think the road is going to be a little different for Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying? I think it all should be appreciated. I appreciate everybody in the league. It's not all about Caitlin Clark. I know her area and her region has really put a lot of money, a lot of attention into the WNBA and added a lot of fans, but I feel like the you know how I'm rocking. I ain't even gotta say it again. Hope this goes up to my thumbnail too. I'm gonna raise it a little higher so you know what it is for real, for real. But anyways, you know I'm supporting everybody, man. I got a lot of favorite players, not a lot of favorite players, a lot of players that I enjoy to watch in the league that I'm really enjoying getting to know. Me listening and watching and gaining knowledge from all the past players and all the announcers and stuff, knowing about the past champions and what these players have done in the past before I was actually watching. It's good to know, man. Like Natasha Cloud, man, getting to know about her, DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, like a lot of these players that have been in the W for a while now and that are past champions, Brittany Griner that have been doing shit for a while that I don't really know the accolades of, and Emeka Bumake. Like, there's so many players that I've also played at Stanford and in my region out here that I've heard about growing up, but being more interested, being older, being a little bit more invested in the league, seeing these players play and the league expand and a lot of the NBA players getting involved, a lot of young girls and young ladies getting involved and wanting to play the sport more. Girls dunking now. It's going to just keep advancing. And I've always been a proponent of that. Not always, but you hear me talking about it before it really got super to where it is now. Like Caitlin's first year and the year before that, as I started to get into it and bet some money on prize picks. I'm loving where the direction is going, so I'm always going to be behind. You got a supporter in me. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite players in the W is in the league, winning championships. So you already know I'm gonna be here to talk about some news. Again, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Shout out Asia Wilson too. I'm trying to get some of your shoes, man. I'm trying to get those blue ones, but they sold out like a mug. These real resellers is going crazy. The shoes is $110, and they make them affordable for everybody, but the resellers just buy them all out of stock, and Nike doesn't have enough in stock for everybody to get them. It's just kind of crazy, but I do want to support and get those shoes. I do want to go to a game in Vegas too, but I'll be out there at the Valkyries court soon out there in San Francisco to support. I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. Can't wait to get involved a little bit more. Talking a little football, Brock Purdy got paid. Shout out him, 256 million, I believe. I forgot how much is guaranteed, but he's getting bread. I think he's the seventh highest paid quarterback in the league. He deserves it, man. Seventh round pick, Mr. Irrelevant. To perform the way he has performed the last couple of years to make a Super Bowl, he deserved to get paid something. A lot of quarterbacks are getting paid that have done less. So I'm happy to see that. They do have the easiest schedule in the league this year. So to see how he performs after being paid is going to be something to see. Receiver wise, I'm still waiting to see what they're going to do, but Kyle Shanahan, I know he knows what to do when it comes to putting his offense in place to make plays no matter what. Parasol in the second season, full training camp this year after being shot last year and not being able to do a full training camp. And this year to be able to do that, get the full install. And whoever they did draft, I don't really know what receiver wise they draft, but Michael Williams on the other side of Nick Bosa, we'll see what that does. Saleh coming back as a defensive coordinator, hopefully can, even though they lost a couple players in Greenlaw and Hufanga, they paid what's his name, Fred Warner, making him the highest paid middle linebacker in the league. I think ever probably because it's a crazy ass extension he just got. But yeah, they're getting pieces together. We'll see what happens. Christian McCaffrey coming back for a full season. I don't know how I feel about him in fantasy, but you know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens with the 49ers this year. The Bucks play 49ers this year, and I'm all about the Bucks this year. This offense is going to be great, and this defense is going to be great. Man, we got Taz Johnson, two of my Oregon Ducks on the squad. Bruh, this is going to be a season to remember. And just like that, I'm off the 49ers now. I just wanted to shout out Brock Purdy and that new contract. But Fantasy football, Best of Bias Fantasy Football League 2025 is coming up, man. You already know what it is. Everybody that's in the league, I think, is returning. You guys already know. I've been doing my research already. We got the belt back here. Derek won last year, so we got to shout out him real quick, give him his little second to shine. Moment of silence for that. Give him a little clap if you like. But that's over now. It's new season starting. I think we're having the party. If you want to be in the league, everybody listens to the pod. If you're in the league already, be sure to let me know if you're staying. There might be extra spots open. I'm not sure. Big pot. We had like $1,000 prize last year's $900, something like that. So might be the same. I don't want to raise it too much for these people, but everybody's ready and eager to get back at it. Again, Derek won. I got third place or something, so I want my money back last year, but I'm trying to come for pause. I'm coming for the big prize this year, getting my belt back. You know what I'm saying? Derek is in the chat talking shit already. You know what I'm saying? The league it's been expanded, man. I'm already doing my research, all the players. There's hella quarterbacks, hella running backs, rookies coming in, receivers coming in. So, every year it just gets bigger and bigger. Some people fall off, you know what I'm saying? But when you add all these players, it just means it's like there's more opportunity for your team to be great. Again, big money on the table. You already know that I'm gonna be the top dog in this shit, like I'm always am. But sometimes I gotta let other people win. I've probably won about 4 championships in fantasy in the last, I want to say, 6 to 7 years. So I've tasted victory a lot, and in the Best of Bias, I like to spread the love. So Best of Bias Invitational 2025 draft party, you already know what it is. If you come into the draft party, I'll hit you up. You already know where I'm at. And it's going to be the same spot, same place. Bring some food. It'll be potluck style. Get some BP going and some good vibes. And be sure to do your research and make sure you're here. Because we for sure going to do penalties for people who don't show up. Because, yeah, come on, bro. I'm letting y'all know early. We got 3 months until the party. League first, I think opening day is September the 4th, opening weekend. So we got some time. Again, I want to put more of this shit online for y'all so y'all can see how we rock. Get some interviews. We'll get some shit going. And speaking of interviews, DreamCon next week. I'll try to have a pod, but I'm not 100% certain because I fly out to Texas that weekend. So I don't know exactly if I'm going to be able to have anything out for y'all, but we gonna have a lot of content, man. I got some mini microphones, do some interviews, get to talking to people out there, man. Trying to be a little more inclusive, man. I ain't afraid to mix it up with my people. You know what I'm saying? This one's gonna be heavily black, so I'm excited to see a lot of black people in a Comic-Con situation. I'm excited to see it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen it before. I've seen it sprinkled in at regular Comic-Cons because you know how I rock. I be at these cons, but I don't really be seeing the black representation as much as I know this one will. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for the conversations. I know YouTube is going to be there. Holla at me, YouTube. I'm posting every week to you. What can I do to get my algorithm popping, man? Let me know. We're going to learn a little bit of something there. Thank you again, RDC, for putting this event on. We need this as a community, man. Hopefully it can go off without a hitch. Nobody's hating out there. Again, cosplay is interesting, fellas. Let's not be weirdos. Let the ladies live, and vice versa. And vice versa. I know probably some of the dudes that do cosplay that be having their shirt off probably want to be approached by ladies or whoever they desire. But you know what I'm saying? Guys, when it comes to the ladies, sometimes they be having cheeks out. Sometimes they be having some stuff exposed. But it's all a part of the tradition. If you watch anime, you play video games, you know how it rocks. They get down with the cosplay. So you're gonna see some people actually out there, comic book, manga, TV show accurate, what they think things out. But act like you've seen a beautiful woman before. Act like you've seen an attractive person before. Act like you've been to a Comic-Con before, because that's how we get to do these things again. This is how RDC gets to keep these things rocking. Meg Thee Stallion was supposed to pop up since it was in Houston. But who knows now, after all this shit's coming out, which kind of goes right into my pop culture segment, that this new Tory Lane evidence coming out. This Republican lawyer is kind of getting on his side out of nowhere. I know I reported last week about him being stabbed, but new evidence coming out about the whole Kelsey situation and proving that Tory Lanez didn't shoot the gun. I'm just curious to where all this evidence was before. Why does it take him getting stabbed 14 times for well, again, I don't know if he really got stabbed 14 times because they said his lung collapsed and everything, and he was talking the same day. Some of this stuff could have been misreported, but he did get stabbed. Why did it take him getting stabbed for this evidence to come to light to think that some evidence that was misused, like, is relevant now? And then we have Meg's kind of defense coming out and tweeting, posting old conversations and going back and deleting it. It's just too much drama, bro. And for her to actually say she was going to be able to make it to DreamCon was interesting, because I know there's just a lot of people out there who are immature, who's going to be yelling shit, who will be saying shit. I know she has a big following in her hometown of Houston anyway, so you would think they would be more respectful, but I don't think so. But man, me personally, about the whole Tory Lanez stuff, again, I'm all about protecting Black women, protecting women in general. Nobody should be shooting nobody, you know what I'm saying? But if Tory Lanez is innocent of not shooting her, he shouldn't be in jail. I mean, if it was his weapon and he's not allowed to have a possession of a weapon, I don't know. Maybe the lawyer or the bodyguard should have just said it was his. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're out there in LA, anything could happen. You hear about people getting robbed. You hear about people being attemptedly robbed, shot, and all this other. So I understand having protection riding around in LA with celebrities. I get that. But if he didn't discharge the firearm, if he didn't have any gun residue on him, and if he didn't shoot her, and there's evidence to prove that he didn't shoot her, I guess the evidence is coming from a ring camera that was in the neighborhood that proves that they were scuffling and he didn't shoot her. If that's the case, bro, why is he in jail? That's kind of like a 100% abuse of the justice system. I know there was like an NDA sign and if information was given up that makes people immune. But if you really did a crime, how can you be immune from taking a stand or saying anything? It's kind of weird. But again, it's just us in the media kind of being messy. But bro, this whole situation's messy. And if he doesn't deserve to be in jail and he's being assaulted and stabbed in jail and he's sitting there for no reason, bring him home. If he has to go back to Canada, take him back to Canada, but at least he'll be home safe in his Canada home. You know what I'm saying? Like the threat of deportation and all that other shit if he didn't do it. And again, they're saying the charges for possession of a firearm and discharging of a firearm, whether he shot her or not. But again, if he didn't shoot her, how is it discharge of a firearm? I don't know. Shout out to everybody involved. Prayers out to everybody involved, because I feel like it's a lot of drama that both of them don't really need. And prayers out to them, and hopefully this can get behind them. But again, hey, it seems like a lot of people are starting to feel the way that Tory Lanez doesn't deserve to be there. And if you don't, free that man. I don't know if Meg or Kelsey necessarily deserve to go to jail because of the false reports being made, but something has to happen. Some repercussions have to be happen for him being in jail and being stabbed. It's not her fault he got stabbed, but he's in jail because of the shit that happened. So ipso facto situation national, he should probably, yeah. But somebody else that got arrested, which was very interesting, Chris Brown, man. Free Chris Brown. Actually, he's free now. I guess Should report that before I even tell the story. I guess there's no point in telling the story if I'm gonna just give that away. But he got arrested in London. I don't know why he went back to London, knowing this legal issue was pending there. But supposedly, back in 2023, he was at a nightclub in London, or in I guess it was London, and he hit a DJ in the head with a bottle, attacked him with a bottle. Uh, I don't know. Again, us reporting this shit, we never really know. But the fact that that possibly happened, how did he get out of London to begin with? Did he just dip out of the club and just fly home on a private jet? And they're like, "Oh, if you come back, I'm gonna get you." And he comes back and just gets arrested. I don't understand how that happens. Maybe he thought that nothing happened of it, and his legal team cleared it up, and he just went back on some business shit because he is on tour. He's touring everywhere. It's like his third tour in the last 2 years. But everybody's been excited about this American tour he's going on. I know my girl is happy about getting her tickets with her friends to go there. So I know everybody's excited. A whole bunch of shows in LA. Like this tour is gonna be crazy with Bryson Tiller. They added Janae and Nico because I know Summer Walker's not gonna do all the dates, but him getting arrested now is just kind of crazy, bro. And they ended up letting him go with a $5 million bond. So it just seems like they just wanted that money. It's crazy. But I don't know, man. I think, and it just kind of comes in coincidence after he put out Free Tory and get him out of his situation. They're kind of arresting him right after that on some old shit, man, that they let him go after holding him. They just wanted to embarrass him, I feel like. Hold him in jail for a couple of days, and then if he wanted to get out, charge him a whole bunch of money just because he got away with what he did in 2023. Like, I bet you nothing even comes of that, and he's just gonna have to do the money he paid is gonna be enough. Shit's crazy, bro. But I'm happy that he got out of jail and he's back able to get on tour, make that money right back. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he's able to recoup that real quick. The fans were in support of him. You know what I'm saying? And he has fan love, man. He's one of the best, in my opinion, musical artists of all time. When I was young, he was just getting started, and he's been popping, putting out hits, putting out hit albums ever since he's been out. I don't, I don't know, man. Stuff off the court aside, it's like this man can't be touched. And why take away the one thing that possibly keeps him out of trouble and provide a gift to the whole world that everybody in the world deserves to see? I think Chris Brown performances could change people's lives. Just seeing somebody do the things that he does on stage while singing, while dancing, putting on a show, it's never been done before. It's never been done before. We saw Michael Jackson do it, but I don't know if we've seen Michael Jackson do it as long and as consistent and keep on elevating while being blackballed and while the people up top don't want him to succeed and the fans are clamoring for him to succeed. And he's finally able to get back on the right path, be considered for Grammys, win Grammys, possibly perform at the Super Bowl. And I feel like that London shit is just trying to snip away at what could be. But nah, he's bouncing back. This tour is going to be amazing, and hopefully everything goes off without a hit. Shout out Chris Brown. Shout out everybody out there, man. Shout out his team. Shout out his family. Let's get back. Let's get this money, boy. Yeah. And lastly, let's get into this cinema corner. Not really much to talk about. Andor Finale. Interesting, man. I couldn't get into Andor. Maybe I just didn't watch the first season over to remember exactly what was happening. Season 2, I was watching also while I was working a lot. So I didn't really get to watch. Maybe I'll watch again and try to get the intricacies. And then I'll watch Rogue One to get it all together. But everybody's like, oh, this is the best shit of all time. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to see it, but I'm not there with y'all. My Star Wars fans hit me up, let me know what I'm missing, bro. I get it. Cassian was on some shit. The espionage, trying to figure out how to destroy or stop the Republic from making the Death Star type shit. I get all that. That's cool. That's cool. Because we know what the Death Star is in the upcoming Star Wars, and this is supposed to be a prequel type shit. But I got lost. It started really slow. Season 2 started really slow. The second half of the season got kind of cool when they actually started enacting the plans and shit started going down. But I don't know. I think it was too late for me after the first couple episodes and all the dialogue shit, all the exposition shit that I actually didn't really, picked up my phone a couple of times and missed. It kind of left me like, oh, that's cool. And then, I guess, spoiler alert, with Cassian having a kid at the end, that could come out to, give theories to who he is or who the son is in the actual Star Wars universe or some shit like that. But I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't really the biggest Andor fan, but season one was amazing, and also Last of Us, yo. I think I'm gonna save it for the wrap up of Last of Us to really go into it because episodically I don't think I'm doing it really good justice. Again, I'm in the class of no Pedro Pascal. I'm what the fuck am I doing here? A lot of people that play the game are kind of on that tip too because they're following the game so closely that it's like they already know what's gonna happen. But me, I'm in it for the long haul. The first season had such an impact on me. I'd be a fool to fall off. Like, no pun intended, but if Fallout starts slow and ends up being not as good as the first season, okay, I get it, but that's expectations I have for Last of Us season two. Last of Us season one, how it ended again, and I didn't play the game, so I didn't expect Joel to die in episode two. I knew he was gonna die, but I didn't know it was in episode two at the beginning of this shit. So everything that's came after that has been a little slow to me. I don't want to say it's become CW, but it is like a whole bunch of shit that you could see happening in cutscenes in the game, and I feel like they're drawing directly from that. And then when it gets the shit to actually happen, and just kind of cuts off and teases in the next episode. This last one with all the flashbacks. I like that. I mean, it filled in a lot of blanks of the shit that happened during the season, and why why the psychiatrist didn't really like Joel, and when he killed her husband and shit like that, Ellie snitching on him, that whole shit, um, and Joel actually telling Ellie that he killed the Fireflies and they did have a cure, but they would have to kill her and shit. And I can understand it. I can understand it, and it was really good seeing Joel back in the show, but. I don't know. I still think Ellie's going to continue to make bad decisions, even though she's going to stay alive due to plot armor. A lot of people around her are probably going to get killed with her trying to get revenge on Abby. And we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Another episode comes out Sunday. We'll see what happens. I'll probably watch it on Monday because, you know what I'm saying, I actually get to watch it. I don't got HBO no more, so I got to do my thing to watch it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to shoot me a password, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about it. And help y'all get some reviews a little more in depth. But we'll see how that goes, man. Last of Us, HBO Max. Shout out y'all, man. I know Pedro probably had to go do his Fantastic Four thing and get the Mandalorian popping and film from Doomsday. Speaking of Doomsday, fucking Doomsday and Dune coming out on the same day, December 18th in 2026 is gonna be a crazy day. Do I buy two movie tickets that day? Do I just go see one and just go see the other right after and be in the movies for 62 hours? Or, because Dune's gonna be 7 hours long. And Doomsday got delayed, so that's why it's on the same day as this. They're trying to get a little Barbenheimer buzz, probably. But hey, I'm the type of dude to see both. You know what I'm saying? I got a duty to do to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got a duty to do to y'all. A duty to do to y'all. But yeah, man. Andor, Last of Us. What else do I got on here? December 18th. Yeah, that's it, man. But hopefully y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I don't really got much else to say, man. I'll go out here and watch these basketball games, watch this boring NBA, you feel me? But I probably will go see Lilo and Stitch or Mission Impossible this weekend or Monday. So I might come back with a little review midweek for that. Let y'all know what's going on with that. See how I like the movie. Just a review of that. So, if some more stuff with this Diddy case come out, maybe I'll report on that too. But yeah, they talk about calling Lauren London up. People are throwing in extra kind of speculation on this could have happened and this could have happened. I'm like, oh, bro. Diddy, man, oh, man. The Kid Cudi stuff, throwing the Molotov in somebody's Porsche, going in his house, opening up all his Christmas gifts, locking his dog in the closet just to show you the, bruh. This case is crazy, but you guys do your own research on that because I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what to believe. As more shit comes out, I know this shit's probably gonna be going on for a long time. I'll keep talking to y'all about it, but shit's wild. Um, I think that's all I got today, bro. It's the end of the podcast where I like to let them know where they can find me at. You already know it's SAC_Lydell in this thing. That's Instagram. Patrick_Lydell on the Snapchat. Anything else is Best of Bias. TikTok is Best of Bias. I try to get videos and promos on there. Check us out. Like, subscribe. Hit the bells on YouTube. AKA thank you, like I always like to say for these videos, man. We out here looking nice now with the HD and the 4K and this shit, man. It's just gonna get better and better from here. That's all I'm saying. And if you're gonna see me at DreamCon, hit me up. If you have the DreamCon app, I'm on there. Hit me up. We can chop it up on there. Discuss what we gonna do, where we gonna meet up, after party sold out. The charity basketball game is gonna be sold out. RDC, ZSB, Lou, Plaque Boy, Max, and all kind of other creators are gonna be out there playing basketball, dodgeball, volleyball. It's gonna be a good weekend, and I'm gonna be in the mix, man. So if you got Twitch, join my Twitch too. Lydell_Dinero 20 Lydell Dinero. I think it's just Lydell Dinero, and I'll be there. I'm gonna try to live stream from the event as well. You know, it's all love. We're gonna get some shit going. But again, YouTube, like, subscribe, tell your friends, like, leave a little comment at the beginning or at the end, and let us know what you feel about the podcast. If you want to be on the podcast, you're more than welcome. We're trying to get everybody on the pod this year. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, I'm gonna let y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there, America. You feel me? Everybody, hopefully you got on the grill out there eating some barbecue, hanging out with friends. You know what I'm saying? Hooping. Anybody hooping out here? Get some fireworks popping. But whatever you do, I love y'all, man. It's the Best of Bias Podcast. Lydell Dinero. Where that theme song at? It's right here, baby. Let's get it. We out here.
It's the best of Bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of Bias. Best of Bias.